So this next thing, we talked about this also on the last panel discussion episode that we have, and I want to talk about it again. Let's talk about this whole N-word crap, this whole N-word deal.
I don't believe in the word.
I say it all the time. I ain't gonna lie. I stopped saying it, and then I went to go stay with my grandma. She from the South, like born and raised, and she say it so much that I started saying it again, and I just can't stop saying it. I feel it's so funny. I feel awkward saying it around white people, but no other race, only white people. I can say it around like Asians and Mexicans and black people and all of that.
See,
but I feel
very
awkward saying it around
conscious
white people.
about myself. Like, if I ever spill that word out, I feel as if someone's gonna cut my throat. Like,
Well, here's
because
the
if you
thing.
say it to the wrong person and they don't know if you're joking or not, you really could like get shot.
Well, here's the thing about the word that we didn't say on the last Dr. King episode. The origin of the word, it really means
An ignorant person.
ignorant, poor, blah, 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 ABC and XYZ, you know. And so when they
Well,
started,
then that's me.
folks started calling us Negro just because that was the Spanish word for black, right? And
Right.
then Negro came into Negro. Negro came into that other word.
You know, you just said all those other bad words.
But Negro's not a bad word.
It's not.
It
See, that's
means
the thing.
black.
But that's
And-
what they called it. So that would be a bad word.
I mean, I just don't see it as bad because I know the technical definition of things.
Right.
But when you get into the in blah 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 all the way outward, that means an ignorant person basically.
Right.
It's not that it's a bad word to say. It's the fact that
It would be me.
it's tied into history.
I would
So
be
the
one of them.
history has made it a bad word.
That's why
not
I
to
don't like
use.
using it. That's why I can't stand. It's not that I don't like hearing white people say it. I really can't stand hearing anyone say it just because of that, just because it ties into what it was used for, you know, whatever the word means and whatnot. But how it was used is really offensive to me. So if I hear anyone use that word, more or less, if anyone calls me that word, I really get upset. I really get offended.
I kind of shut that whole word out of my dictionary because I don't think it's appropriate, and it's not nice. It's like very negative. Like if I could do that with every word that's negative, I would get rid of like all the negative words in my brain.
I mean, I agree that it's negative, but I say it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't add the R on the end of it, but I say it a lot, quite frequently.
See, but if you say it,
It shouldn't make a
It's
difference if I
different.
say it or somebody else say it.
If
It
you-
doesn't make it okay if I say it. It can still be offensive.
it still can be. But the thing is, you, because of your race, you don't get like the look, kind of like
It's not even because of my race. It goes back to media because media made it okay.
right.
Because back in the day, if a black person would have called another black person that, they still would have got offensive by it. Like, oh, you acting just like them, so you think you're better than me now too?
Right.
So it's the media. Media just twist stuff trying to make it okay. They're like, okay, because back in the day, media was solely controlled by basically Caucasians. Let's not lie. It's honestly controlled by that. So they're like,
It
oh,
was, and it
we,
somewhat still is.
yeah. So they're like, oh, we made this a bad word. Oh, let's make it okay again. And display it as
but
being just
it's-
common language.
But it's only for, it's displayed as a black.
There was something that you brought up, Jaleesa. You said a couple minutes ago. You said that it is the word that it is now because of the effect that media has on it. I agree with that to an extent, but if you look at it from the other side, can we really blame media for a lot of this stuff? Because really, we have the choice whether or not we're going to accept this or not. Media can put it out
Yeah,
there.
but it always goes back to when you're younger. If your parents never explicitly tells you not to say that, it's not okay, and you're just watching media, the first 4 years of your life, you soak everything in. So if first of all, you shouldn't be watching that when you're little anyways, but if you happen to see it, and you go out and you see your family and their friends always saying it, in your mind, you're going to believe it's okay.
See, the thing is, I have to say about this is like, alright, there's two black people talking. This is a scenario. One will say the word to the other one, and then they'll just be joking around. That's okay to them. But what if they didn't say that at all and just said, hey, bro, my brother, or hey, my sister, or something like that? Why do they even have to say it?
It's just become second nature. Let's just say that.
It's
Like I
second
said, I completely stopped saying it. But then I went back to my grandma's house for a while, and she is from the deep south. And that's just a common word. So I started to say it again just because I just got used to hearing it so much.
Hey, bro, you ain't gotta call a waiter over here. Quit talking about us. You want something to say? Come over. What's up? We're family.
And with him saying that, they would tell him, don't act your color.
Right.
Put him right in the stereotype.
Just come on over.
Here.
Just come on over. Jesus
Excuse
loves
me.
you.
Would you like to just talk with us? No? No? Okay. Well then, yeah.
All right. God bless your heart. All your hearts.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sit back
Be
and
quiet.
eat your food, okay?
Love you. Have a great day. Okay, so let's talk about this next subject here. So we have Black History Month, right? What about other minority months? And why aren't they as popular either? I feel like Black History Month isn't the... We really don't celebrate that like we should, but people do know about it. You know, a lot of people do
It's
know
not
that
as
February...
celebrated as it was.
It's not, but a lot of people still know that February is Black History Month, whether they do something for it or not.
Is there a Native American History Month?
I have
Because
no
they had
idea.
more turmoil than we did.
I have no idea. That
See,
would be something
I
cool
remember,
to discover.
I remember learning about Native American.
Yeah, we learned about them a lot.
Like how they had like all these fights and stuff. Just it was just like because the Caucasians were going after their territory, like, and they were using their territory.
And the natives helped them. That's just selfish. Because if you're just living life and you don't know your history, it's bound to happen again.
Right.
And that's been proven so many times.
But you notice by learning our history, we actually repeat it. We are supposed to learn from it, but we haven't learned from it yet.
Well, that, in my mind, that just means you haven't completely learned. You think you know, but you don't know all there is.
See, we're missing something. The books are not telling us what we need
It's
to
this
learn.
whole separation of church and state.
Well, books can only give you so much information. You know, they can tell you, they can
Internet.
give you the who,
They
the
can give you
what,
the
where,
facts.
when,
Go to
why,
the
how.
internet.
you
But
know?
they can't give you the people's personal.
Right. You can't get
Right.
the feel of the soul and the spirit of the person by reading the books. I mean, to some degree you
But
can,
still,
depending
like
on
poets.
what you read and
If you
who the
think about
person
it,
is.
there was a whole bunch of people back in the day that wrote stuff down,
Like the Harlem Renaissance.
but they
and
won't publish.
They said this is too controversial to publish. We can't teach you guys this in school.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be bluntly honest with me and give me this information so I can decide for myself. I don't want you to make the decision to say I'm not mature enough to handle this. So when I get older, I don't ever think back to look at that material again, because who are you to say that I can handle this?
Right.
I need to know
You do
this.
not know myself. I barely know myself. Only God knows me truly.
Okay.
I don't even know myself. I know parts of myself, but I do not know
I just really don't like that when people make the decision of what I can handle.
Right.
What you can
I
handle.
can't handle you telling me the truth about the past. It's the past. I need to know these things. I feel like I've been lied to my whole life in school. They just been telling me lies to try to sugarcoat it and make it look
No.
nice.
They haven't been telling you lies. They haven't been telling you the truth.
They've been telling partial truth, which is in my eyes the same as a lie.
I
Right.
think they've been telling you the truth. They just haven't been giving you all of it. You know, they've been giving you they've been giving us parts
They've been giving
of
you what
history.
look good.
They give you what look good.
Yes.
They give you what they want you to know.
This
They
is-
give you
This is what they're doing. Okay, we're at a turkey dinner. They're giving you the turkey stuffing, but not the cranberry stuff. They're not giving you all that.
They ain't giving you
They'll
no
give you the
macaroni
pie.
and cheese.
Oh my gosh, why did you say that?
They giving you Kool-Aid with no sugar.
No.
Right.
Oh God. Oh
That's
my
what
gosh.
they're doing.
No. Oh man. Oh, not the Kool-Aid with no sugar.
That's
oh.
what it is. Kool-Aid
that
with no
is-
See,
sugar.
Oh.
it's like
That's
it's
just
like they're taking
aid.
little parts
That's
that are
just aid.
essential
I need
Ouch.
aid. I need some help after that.
That's the problem. America never wants you to see its flaws. They only like, okay, yeah, we did do this, but look what we did to fix it, and then they keep out all the other details.
In relation to this and the topic that we're supposed to be talking about, I think that the thing is they're telling us what they want us to know because of what they think is important. Like Jaleesa earlier, we were talking and you were asking me what's so significant about Asian history. I think one thing about that is that we weren't taught to appreciate Asian history because we don't know it. You know,
Yeah,
we
the
were
only
taught,
thing I was taught is to appreciate that everything's made in China.
we were taught
Not even that.
about everything that happened in this country. We don't know everything that happened in Mexico and Canada, in Brazil.
Well, I know more
Peru.
about Mexico and Canada being in
We know
America's
more. We just don't know as
versus
much as
I
we
don't
could.
know if Asia was ever involved in anything it does with America. Maybe if they weren't, maybe they're just smart. Maybe America should learn from that and learn how to mind their own business and handle what's at home. But I'm gonna have to get out of this here restaurant
Yeah.
because these people is looking at me like they crazy, and I'm about to have to slip into a stereotype.
Hold on. Don't do that. I'm addressed. Excuse me, sir. Hey, how's it going? We keep seeing you looking at us. We're just wondering if you were expecting us to put on a show, because if you're expecting that, it's not going to happen. You can keep looking over here.
No.
Nothing's going to
We
happen.
won't put on
If
a
you-
show. We'll put on a Broadway musical. Okay?
I was just gonna shake his hand
Okay.
with a big smile.
I think we should leave before this man gets up.
You think so?
Yes, because he's very big and I cannot take him
I
out
ain't scared.
by myself.
The Lord's my defense.
Man, really big. So what? If he going to do something, I know how to call 911.
Okay, I'm a criminal justice major. I know my rights.
Okay. Well, then you're both protecting my butt.
Okay, fine.
I'll testify in the court of law for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Why don't we'll take a quick break and we'll come back right after this.